What's up, guys? Favorite teacher here. Mr. Schaefer back with you on our miraculous journey of our boy Edward. So we're going to get it popping, like always, with our mental bookmark. Let's check back of what we read last time. And the first thing I see is Edward walking away with a hobo and a dog. So he's got a new life again. He has a new name, right? We're calling him Malone now, is what the hobo named him after he was pulled out of the dump. Remember, there he is in the dump hanging around, and he was saved by the dog who ripped him out after about 80 days of being covered. No, sorry, 40 days and 40 nights of being covered with trash and rancid bacon and all the other great things they told us that he was covered with. But luckily, Lucy came along and pulled him out. But something huge happened, guys. Now, page 85. We talked about it last time we read, but Edward's totally changing now, right? We talked about his character developing through this story as he went from this very prestigious and uppity, stuck-up, non-emotional rabbit to now feeling pain and feeling love and feeling afraid and missing Nellie and Lawrence and missing Abilene. And that page 85, though, remember he talks about Pellegrina again and realizes why she says, "You disappoint me." All right, and her scary voice that she uses is because he didn't love Abilene enough, and now he's starting to regret it and can't do anything about it. So there it was, right? He's all these emotions, and he says, "I'm a new rabbit now. Don't know how to describe it, but I'm different." So even he's noticing that life's changing for old Susanna or Malone or Edward, whatever we want to call him, right? All right, so there he is, strapped to the back of Bull, the hobo that we met last chapter. Let's see what goes down. They traveled on foot. They traveled in empty rail cars. They were always on the move. But in truth, said Bull, we're going nowhere. That, my friend, is the irony of our constant movement. Edward rode in Bull's bedroll, slung over Bull's shoulder with only his head and ears sticking out. Bull was afraid, or always careful, to position the rabbit so that he was not looking down or up, but was, instead, forever looking behind him at the road they had just traveled. At night, they slept on the ground, under the stars. There it is again, stars. Lucy, after her initial disappointment about Edward being unfit for consumption, took a liking to him and slept curled up beside him. Sometimes she even rested her muzzle on his china stomach. And then the noises she made in her sleep, whimpering and growling and chuffing, resonated inside Edward's body. To his surprise, he began to feel a deep tenderness for the dog. Remember how he felt about the last dog he encountered, right? A little bit different now. During the night, while Bull and Lucy slept, Edward, with his ever-open eyes, stared up at the constellations. He said their names, and then he said the names of the people who loved him. He started with Abilene and then went to Nellie and Lawrence, and from there to Bull and Lucy, and then he ended again with Abilene. Abilene, Nellie, Lawrence, Bull, Lucy, Abilene. See? Edward told Pellegrina. I'm not like the princess. I know about love. There were times, too, when Bull and Lucy gathered around a campfire with other tramps. Bull was a good storyteller and an even better singer. Sing for us, Bull, the men shouted. Bull sat at Lucy, leaning against his leg, and Edward balanced on his right knee, and he sang from somewhere deep inside of himself. Just as Edward could feel Lucy's whimpers and growls resonate through his body at night, he could also feel the deep, sad sound of Bull's songs move through him. Edward loved it when Bull sang, and he was grateful to Bull, too, for sensing that a dress was not the kind of thing, of clothing, for Edward. Malone, said Bull one night, it's not my desire to offend you or to comment negatively on your choice of garb, but I'm forced to tell you that you stick out like a sore thumb in that princess dress. And also, again, With no wish to offend you, the dress has seen better days. Nellie's beautiful dress had not fared well at the dump, or in its subsequent ramblings with Bull and Lucy. It was so torn and dirty and full of holes that it barely resembled a dress. "I have a solution," said Bull, "and I hope it meets your approval." He took his own knit stocking cap and cut a big hole at the top, and 2 small holes on the side of it, and then he took off Edward's dress. "Hey, look away, Lucy," he said to the dog. "Let's not embarrass Malone by staring at his nakedness." Bull slid the hat over Edward's head and pulled it down and poked his arms through the smaller holes. "There you go," he said to Edward. "Now you just need some pants." The pants Bull made himself, cutting up several red handkerchiefs and sewing them together so that they formed a makeshift covering for Edward's long legs. "Now you look like a proper outlaw," said Bull, standing back to admire his work. "Now you look like a rabbit on the run." So he's finally out of his dress, which is, I guess, good, right? We were rooting for that. Now he's dressed like an outlaw, right? A hobo, traveling around the world with this gang of crazy people, right? It seems like. But Bull seems like a good dude. Here's Bull sitting at the campfire. Look at him, man. Edward's sitting there chilling with his tattered dress. There's little Lucy down here. So another step in this journey here, as he travels with Bull and makes his way to nowhere, right? And he said being lost, but going somewhere with nowhere to go. They're just kind of traveling right now. All right, I'm going to stop there. That was chapter 13, so we'll pick up chapter 14 next time.